Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, some time has passed since the last episode. China is no more. You didn't miss much. We took Russian Far East, no problem. And also turned out that the Chinese had the Bismarck Archipelago, so we had to take that one too. And then China dissolved. There were no more major battles. There were some submarine battles, auto-resolved, not very exciting, and some torpedo boats that tried to run away. And that's about it. So what I've done to end this campaign with a bang is I've set my relations to -90 with France, Italy, Austria-Hungary, and Japan. Austria-Hungary is down to -97 now because of tensions in the Mediterranean. And these four nations are all allied with each other. So, yeah, we're about to go fight a pretty powerful alliance. Hopefully. That should be exciting. I also have an ally now. Finally, it's Norway. And they are buying some ships. One South Dakota class battleship, two of the Ireland class battlecruisers, and a couple of DDs. So yeah, let's send out some task forces. Are these all commissioned? They are. They are in Philadelphia. Do I have any battleships nearby here that can join in that? I got that one. And I also have some that will be finished very soon. 2 months for the Florida class battleships. 1 month for the Ireland class battlecruisers. Of course, they're gonna have to commission also. Let's see, what do we have here? 2 North Carolinas. Oh, that's also a museum ship. Yeah, we got the Freedom and Liberty. Let's move these out here. Can drop the torpedo boat and join them up with some light cruisers. I think, yeah. And the remaining cruisers can stay in Philadelphia, waiting for new ships to be completed. Let's see, what do we have here? Shanghai, Iowa, and Wisconsin. 1 month left of the refit. Once they are ready, they can move out to the Mediterranean. This task force is ready. It's a little bit light, maybe, but it is ready. Let's first send them out here. They need some cruisers. Here are some cruisers. It's the Belfast class, the new medium cruisers, as I dubbed them. And a couple of Cleveland 2s. What kind of cruiser did they have with them? It's a Fargo class. You know, the Fargo class, not that good, really. So you can send that to that port. And instead join in 2 more Cleveland 2s. So that's going to be quite the task force. So it can move into the Mediterranean to fight the Austrians and Italians. This task force is basically ready to go. So we're just gonna send it out here, Western Mediterranean. All ships. Even the torpedo boats. Because I think the French have a lot of submarines. Yeah, 31 submarines. Italy has 29. Austria-Hungary has 12. But let's not ignore the Japanese, because they're also close to going to war. Luckily, yeah, I've got plenty of ships here, so that's not a big problem. What do we have here? That's a pretty hefty task force, and it is ready to roll. Let's see, how many light cruisers? Cleveland 2. New Haven, let's leave that one behind. So 4 Cleveland 2s, that is fine. San Diego and Baltimore. Here are the Belfasts. They can just stay there. I think I had one more. San Diego, Baltimore. Here we go. It can join in. So we're probably gonna get a war now. Next turn. Let's see. Let's hope. A person has been arrested with strong evidence that he was spying on our country. The Minister of Foreign Affairs asked you how he should act at a diplomatic level. I don't know, I'm just an admiral. But if he's gonna ask, I don't know. Neither Germany or Britain are in the opposing alliance. At a press conference, journalists questioned the combat ability of the fleet. What is your reply? The fleet is capable at any time. I guess it is. Or I need more money. Or I'm guessing we're gonna go to war soon anyway, so I would rather not take the hit to GDP. That's a museum. Yeah, that's a museum ship. Let's see, still minus 97. Didn't you guys join in one task force? I guess you did not. Sometimes they just don't. Maybe because yeah, there's just too much crew. Well then, I will send this cruiser instead to Cork, where you can join up with these guys. Yeah, because 18,000 crew is the maximum for a task force. Is that the case here also? Is there another task force stuck behind? Oh, this is so finicky sometimes. Like, can I just click the task force that's behind? I can see there's two task forces here on top of one another. There we go, 4 battleships. That's 11,000 crew. How many crew were in the cruiser task force? Yeah, that's a little bit too much, isn't it? So we're gonna drop two of the light cruisers. That should work. Now they should join up. Now, as for these guys, they are now refit. They can go and cause some tension with the Japanese. And do we have the same story here? 2 battleship, 4 light cruisers. That's the Freedom and Liberty. If I move them out to here, that's 9,676 crew. Not that one. This one. Yeah, that's a bit much, isn't it? So 4 light cruisers. I don't think we're gonna need the DDs then. Actually, let's keep that as is. And send 2 of the light cruisers to Gibraltar. Indianapolis class. Yeah, let's send the 2 Indianapolises to Gibraltar. So they should now be able to join up. Alright. Okay, let's see if we get a war. And yes, I realize I can use the increased tension thing in the politics tab. I'm gonna do that if we don't get a war now. Wichita Museum ship. Minus 95 with France. Let's increase tension with Italy. And once I go to war with one of them, the other ones should join in because we're at so poor relations and they're all allies. So it should work that way. Let's see. Here's the huge task force. Ready to go annoy the Italians. Yep, these are all commissioning. It's gonna be 4 months for the for Florida man to get ready. What we got here in San Francisco? Yeah, North Carolina. So many ships scattered around, and yeah, even in peacetime, annual economic growth is not actually that much higher than when I was at war. It's gone up from 6 point something percent to 10.7%. But I'm still making profit, even with all my ships on sea control. So, yeah, that means I could build more ships, but well, I guess now I do have the shipbuilding capacity, as all construction has basically finished. But that's too late now. Let's just fight with what we have when the war finally starts, which it should. And that should be it. Italy sends us has sent us a telegraph which clearly threatens us for war, accusing blah 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 blah. Yes, let's have a war. That's a war with Italy. Tension increase. Museum ship, not for sale. So, we have a war with Italy. I wish my armies could start taking some of this land. It's just free up for grabs. Especially northern China, which is oil. Just too bad I can't influence that in any way. Let's see, where am I gonna place these light cruisers? Maybe just stick them here. Which ocean is that? Bay of Bengal. No. Just go here. Should get some missions with the French off the coast of Africa. And yeah, we're gonna go to war with France, Austria-Hungary, and Japan next turn. I'm pretty sure of it. And next turn, we might possibly get some fights with Italy. Hopefully not just submarine battles. So if we do... I think I got the submarine defense for it. Let's give these a little bit more submarine defense. Just in case. Actually, these are the ones that probably need it. 2 for each. There we go. Now, let's get some battles. Hopefully. Alright, -7 with France. That means war. And, okay, someone assassinated a politician. Sure, it was me. I confess. Submarine attack. Gosh darn it. That's what I did not want. Medium damage to both of them. And let's fight some Italian cruisers, Suprema class. Armed with 12 7.4-inch guns. Fine. It's a little snack for the Constitution and United States. I was looking forward to fighting some Italian battleships or something. 32 knots, 32 knots. Yeah, they're different classes, but the same speed. And armed with the same 17.5-inch guns. So I just want to send my DDs away. And the torpedo boats. No torpedo accidents, please. Let's see, these must be the DDs. Oh. Well, that was a DD or a torpedo boat or something. Target the cruisers, guys. My light cruisers can take care of the lighter ships. That is their job. And they are targeting now. What kind of torpedo range do these 14 kilometers? How about these guys? 18. And the 17-inch guns are hitting their targets. As are the 7-inch guns. Oof. That's gotta hurt. Will we get any of these identified before? Well, maybe not. Maybe they will not get identified. Let's take a look at them before they disappear. That's a very decent looking cruiser, just in terms of how it looks. That's almost like I would have built it on that hull. I would have had these towers kind of meet up with that thing in the middle, just for aesthetic purposes, but yeah, good job AI designing those. Of course, I don't know what kind of armor they have. They could be like paper armored clown boats. Really hard to tell. I suspect my 17-inch cap ballistic 2 shells would go straight through anyway. Max armor on extensive fire. Max armor on a heavy cruiser is 8 inches on the main belt, so yeah, against these ships it wouldn't really matter if they had 2 inches or 8 inches. But all in all, yeah, not bad cruisers. 400 million each. That's a lot of crew though. 1,400 crew. Okay. So, first taste of battle against the Italians. But we've not seen their capital ships yet. Let's see what's next. Got a bunch of convoy battles. Albany's museum ship. Japan and Austria-Hungary not quite at war yet. But let's bring them to the battlefield, whether they like it or not. Sicily, 500,000 tons. Yeah, I think... oh, I can't do anything now because I annoyed Austria-Hungary. That means no fight. I wanted to start an invasion of Sicily. Can I engage these guys? Now, let's see. Battle. Saratoga and Brooklyn. Here we go. San Nicolo of the San Giovanni Battista Piccolo class. It's a 1.1 billion ship going 31.5 knots. Not bad, but it's armed with 9.3-inch guns. 10 of them, but still. That's very much on the light side. 48 knots? Oh my gosh. How is that possible? Yeah, Serena class heavy cruiser. I guess that's my first target. While it's still being limited by the speed of the battleship. Because if it's going 48 knots, it's gonna be very, very hard to hit. So yeah, how fast you can make a ship depends a lot on the hull you're building on. And different nations have access to hulls with different stats. Just gonna send the DDs home, I guess. And Italy has access to some very, very fast hulls. Actually, no, I don't think I'm gonna send my DDs home. I think I might need them. I don't think there's any hull I can build on as the United States that I can force into a speed of that kind. Yeah, 7-inch guns. That was the fast one. I want you dead, buddy. Or was that the fast one? I've already forgotten. Fine, one on each. That's also a very good looking ship. What does the battleship look like? Tiny pea shooter main guns aside. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Well, that's an 8-inch secondary. It looks more imposing than the main guns. What's this? Was it a DD or light cruiser? Also quite a handsome looking boat. That looks a lot like the ship, the cruiser from the previous battle, but it isn't, because that had 77.4-inch guns. And some different secondaries on the wings here. But it looks very similar. Also a good looking ship, as far as AI designs go. Brooklyn, what are you doing? I'll try and get some torpedoes launched at the enemy battleship. These are super fast boats. I haven't hit them once. That is the battleship. Is it within torpedo range? There we go. It should be within torpedo range. theoretically, but it's also going at quite a speed. So the aim point when adjusting for lead might not be within range. And they're torpedoing my DDs. Yeah, I'm gonna withdraw them. Detach. Oh, they did get their torpedoes away. Let's hope it's worth it. That's probably the super fast one. That's one dead torpedo boat. Oh, are we gonna get some torpedo hits on that? Ooh, dud torpedo. Let's see, all we need is a good flooding hit. And it should slow down a bit. Yeah, Gaeta. That's the 48 knot cruiser. It has armor, 7.9 inch. That's 0.1 less than the maximum. So that's not bad. It's got a main deck armor, which is thinner than the foredeck armor. Let's see. Radar 2, coincidence 2 for some reason. Mark 5 7-inch guns. Soft capped HE, cap ballistic 1 AP. Tube powder 12, composition B, so it's not gonna explode. It's got fast torpedoes. Very fast torpedoes. Gas turbines, yeah, that's why they're so fast. Let's see if we can slow you down a little bit. Doesn't seem so fast now that we're playing at normal speed, which is still going at 43.5 knots, which is just ridiculous. Well, some of these 16-inch guns find their mark. That would be very welcome. There we go. Yeah, the speed is dropping. 42 knots now. Not a whole lot of flooding, but my DDs actually got away. That is very welcome. There you go, a little bit more flooding. 39 knots. 38. Yeah. 36.5. 35. So should be entering into territory of no target fast speed debuff. Well, a little bit, but not enough to keep it alive. Take a look at their DDs. They have launched minus 49, 27 kilometer torpedo range. These are also very fast, 39.9 knots. There we go. That's gonna slow you down. Let's take a close look here. Could my own DDs take on these? Only my DD-46 class can catch them. And that's only because they're running gas turbines. I could not make a DD go this fast using diesel 2. I just don't have the hulls for it. So this has got four single 5.2 inch guns. More range than most of my 5-inch guns. It's got a couple of secondaries. It's got a quintuple and a double torpedo launcher. Very long range oxygen torpedoes. Maximum bulkheads, spacious quarters. That's a very good DD. How expensive was it? 178 million, yeah. If I were to build a DD this fast, it would be much more expensive. Because I would have to pack on a lot more engine power to reach the same speed, because I just... yeah, my hulls are just not fast enough. Coincidence 4 Gen 2 radar. Not a bad ship. Well, other than the main guns being very, very light. And the armor, it's got 10.4 inches of armor on the belts, all of them, and the main deck. I don't think I could get deck pens unless they are, yeah, at very, very long range. We're still gonna get this guy. No citadel armor. I like looking at the AI design sometimes. Let's get a couple more 16-inch hits. .24 knots. Are you firing HE? Don't do that. You're gonna fire AP. Because you can pen this. Well, the chance isn't great. Meanwhile, my cruiser will fire HE. Cruiser has bigger guns than the battleship. I think it's gonna be flooding. No, it's gonna be structure that does it in. Probably. Just trying to run away now. Understandable, but it's too late for that. She can only do 21 knots. kind of turret armor did she have? 12 inches. Yeah, she's had some turrets knocked out already. 8% structure. Fine, you can choose your own ammo. I think HE would actually be better now because deck penetration is out of the question. Yep, more flooding. Might actually get it with flooding. Even though she's only got 3% structure left. With that little structure, it's gonna be easier and easier to cause the flooding. There's just not much holding the ship together. I think we're just gonna chip away at the at the hit points with HE. Shouldn't take that many hits to take down 1%. Zero. There we go. Alright, first look at an Italian capital ship. Not really impressive, but this cruiser here, yeah, that's the 7-inch guns. The light cruiser had the 7.6 inch guns, so actually bigger guns than the heavy cruiser. Serena class. One to look out for. Peace treaty, we are winning. We're gonna keep fighting. We're gonna keep fighting and then start a naval invasion to keep the fight going. Let's see, we can do one convoy mission. But which one? This one. Ireland class. One of the brand new battlecruisers. 37 knots. Accompanied by an Indianapolis light cruiser, Aditi. Up against a Grifona class heavy cruiser. Marsala class light cruiser, that's a new one. 40.6 knots, also very fast. And one of these DDs. Yeah, we're doing this one. And then saving the two others for the next episode. Let's see. You're just gonna follow the USS Wales. DD, retreat. I think I'm gonna try and get a thumbnail picture of one of the enemy ships. Actually, Didi, I have a job for you. see. Could that be a decent thumbnail? I think so. I think that looks quite cool. Let's see what the Ireland class can do with her 12-inch guns. Should be ideal for this kind of job. Fighting light cruisers, basically. And the secondaries are also joining in. Finally got a flooding hit on one of them. Let's see, do you have torpedoes? Yes, 14-kilometer range. The DD is sinking the transports. Perfect. And the convoy is dead. That's nice. Nice thing when the enemy is so fast, they just heck off from their own convoy. So the DD can deal with them in peace. There we go, finally some flooding. Trying to slow it down. Becomes much easier to hit. Let's slow down this one also. I think that one is gonna sink. At least it shouldn't be that hard to hit now. Oh, are they coming in for torpedo runs? They might be. 19-kilometer torpedoes. There we go, Grifona. Not one of the ones we've seen. 8-inch guns. It has armor. Not super fast. Cap ballistic 1. Gen 2 radar. Stereoscopic 4. Oh, 3 diesel 2. And it has launched torpedoes. At Chattanooga, I didn't catch that. That's my fault. Chattanooga, you might want to consider leaving this battle. Let the whales handle the Grifona. Whales, AP, if you please. Chattanooga went down. Unfortunate. That's kind of my fault for letting it eat that torpedo. I wasn't paying attention to the enemy heavy cruiser kind of closing in on its own. That cruiser has now met its match with the USS Wales. That's Siena Grifona. Duca de Acosta. About to be accosted. Let's take a look at these. Okay, they have no armor. I think HE might actually be a good choice. At 20 kilometers I can pin 1.9 inches with my HE. That's more than this has. Except on the forebelt, which is 5 inches. 5.1 inch guns. So, fairly light armament. But that's the same as my Indianapolis class, like the Chattanooga was. Gen 2 radar. Gas turbines. Very expensive, 600 million. And it's got torpedoes, 19 inch. Quite fast torpedoes. 19 kilometer range. Come on, Wales. Get some hits. We're gonna see some of these hit. That, no, not that one. There we go. Flooding. It's gonna slow it down. Make subsequent hits easier. That should be a kill shot, I think. Alright. We got some more. But you cannot run from me. You're damaged. Oh, also the DD. Let's get some hits on that DD first, because it could potentially run away. Not anymore. But the light cruiser is not running. Not going at 24 knots. Antonio Casino. What kind of anti-submarine stuff do they have? Guess it doesn't tell me here. I have to check in the campaign screen. And the long-barreled 5-inch guns are opening up on the light cruiser. So it was worth it giving them the longer barrels, because the standard 5-inch 38 would not be able to hit it at this kind of range. But I want to change it up. Secondaries on the DD, main guns on the light cruiser. Yep, that was more effective. And there we go, that's a kill shot. And that's the end of the battle. Yeah, new Ireland class battlecruisers being very good at exactly what they were designed to do, killing cruisers. Chattanooga, I should have just sent it home. Didn't really have a purpose here. Alright, let's see. It doesn't tell me if it had any anti-submarine things. No, it would have told me. It doesn't have it. Alright. That's too bad, because if I was offered some of these DDs as war operations, I would take them. If they were any good against submarines. Because that's one of the main tasks of DDs in my navy. Let's see, this task force. Constitution, United States. Do we want to intercept this task force? 3 battleships, 5 heavy cruisers. I think we do. Also, we have some fights versus some battleships. I think these are the 9-inch gun armed battleships. Lexington, that's a good choice for fighting a battleship. Ireland, not such a good choice for fighting a battleship. Even though her 12-inch guns are actually bigger than the 9-inch guns on the enemy battleship. I guess we could always just ignore the battleship, kill the other ones, and the transports. But we're gonna do that next time. Goodbye, and take care.